Now, we're going to law. We'll go to law that will guide us under law 5, powers and duties of the referees. And then I'm going straight into the law because I have the book with me and I believe they will put the page up there. Under law 5, powers and duties, we'll go to disciplinary action. It says, punishes the more serious offense in terms of sanction, restart, physical severity. I'm sure Coach Steve will explain this one. Physical severity and tactical impact. When more than one offense occurs at the same time. The guidance we get as referees is that when 2 offenses happen at the same time, the referee must punish the more serious offense. So now in this case, the more serious offense is the goal is scored. Now when we go to law number 10, it says, provided the team scoring the goal have not committed any offense. So the team scoring a goal has committed an offense. So now that's where the impact now comes in to say, the one that scored the goals is the one that has more impact than the one who's defending.
So basically, and I'm just...
Hello guys. This is Super Brain. I'm so excited to, put the camera to, so you can see, the last match Afcon final I was playing. I was supposed to do, a video, but, in the middle of one of the things, so I couldn't put out the video, but I've been following, the revelation online, what other people have been saying. Well, now, here is my opinion. First of all, my first opinion is that, God wanted to just hand over the trophy to Senegal. Do you understand me? God wanted to hand over this trophy to Senegal. I have different opinions. A lot of people can have their opinion of whatever they think. You understand? Now, this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. Number one, when it comes to that Afcon, this Afcon we just watched, right? Coming from the group stage to this point where we are, Senegal has not been that fantastic. Do you understand me? They've not really faced all the severe opposition like, Nigeria has faced. Do you understand me? So, with all that in mind, in my own, in my own judgment, I felt Morocco was better off. It was an easy one. I thought it was an easy one for Morocco. You understand what I mean? So, but that's not to declare that Morocco is innocent of some shady activities here and there. You understand? But what I'm saying is that in terms of performance, right, from the competition down to the final, from the beginning to the final, Senegal has not been up to that standard. So the best match they ever played was in that final. You understand? Before the competition, I was like, okay, the final will be between Senegal, Morocco, or Nigeria, or Senegal, Nigeria. You understand? Because I know Senegal as a very, tactical, they can play European standard football and they can play African standard football. Playing in Africa is different from Europe, you must understand that. Alright? So Senegal has all this thing. But as the competition was going, we were not seeing all that, right? So now that we saw that Senegal that we ever wanted from the beginning at the final, so we can say that they deserve to win. So it was more like they deserve to win that final. I hope you understand the so actually Morocco, you understand, did not do well in the final. But they had a lot of chances. Now those chances they had, in my own opinion, is to tell you that Nigeria was even, better off than Senegal. Because all the chances that Morocco had in this final, they never had it during Nigeria's. You understand what I'm saying? There was no chances created like the way they created chances in in the final. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So Nigeria was better off, in my own opinion. So what the referee interfered. So now, for you to understand what I'm saying about referee interference, I'm going to play a couple of clips, like 2 clips, alright, that talks about this officiating. And I know that some of you have seen it, alright, but I'm going to play this clip, you know. This clip is just talking about the officiating. in my own opinion, even before I saw this clip I'm going to play now, in my own opinion, the referee was even more on point in the final, more than the referee we had during the semi-final between Morocco and Nigeria. That one was outright robbery. You understand? It was outright robbery. You understand? In the Morocco match, the final match, we saw contact and we allowed judging whether it was severe or not severe, whether it was light contact or not. There was contact. Even that one that was out, the referee was seeing an offense. Like it was seen an offense. We didn't know how serious it was, but it was seen an offense and it played the whistle before the game was on. So that's my judgment. So our own referee was even much more worse. But those who wanted to award that tournament to Senegal intervened. Otherwise, Senegal had nothing. They had nothing on that match. I don't know why people are reacting. They had nothing on that. Yes, there was poor officiating, yes. But it did not impede Senegal. The officiating we had in the last match impeded them. It stopped them from playing their game. You understand? I believe you can relate to what I'm saying, right? In the one of Morocco, Cameroon, that one obviously robbed Cameroon because they will have equalized and it will have entered extra time. You know, but this Senegal one, I didn't really see, but just let me play this clip. I know that some of you have seen it. Just watch this clip and tell me your own, your own opinion. Two clips, two different opinions. Sorry, two clips from two different matches anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you. Please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. Alright? And you can see somewhere around in an hospital, I have some one or two. Alright? Thank you.
Trying to get my understanding here. You're saying there's two players.
Yes.
They are both committing an offense.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But simply because Hakimi has been overpowered by my offense, so therefore I'm to be punished.
They are all wrong. So now that they are all wrong, which one is more? The one that is more is a goal is scored. Now we come back to another law that says when you score a goal, you cannot commit any other offense. So now, Sek here has committed an offense by pushing. So now that's where the more serious offense comes in, which is more in terms of he scored a goal. So if the goal was not scored, a referee will have said, okay, play on, or he decided which one is more. But in this case, a goal is scored. So the more serious one in terms of impact is the one that has a goal.
So that was the correct decision.
Very difficult. I would have expected one to have VAR reviewing that incident, because I think it's very subjective to say Hakimi was overpowered. You know, because if you see both of them, the hands are extended. You know, but then again, you punish an offensive player. You know. But I thought first what we could have done, that's why I've been very, very critical about consistency in making this kind of decisions. The least we could have done was to allow VAR to have a review on this. Because what if Hakimi just slipped? You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's very subjective to say he was overpowered. You know, so that's where I have a bit of a problem when both hands were extended, but we could not have an opportunity to review this moment. But what gives me comfort was the positioning of the referee and the moment where he could also blow, because I felt he was very close to the action, but I still felt that we needed a review in that situation.
When did he blow, Ma'a?
He blows before the ball goes in the back of the net. He doesn't allow for full play to continue.
Okay.
So you're not going to be able to see it there. We're going to go to the previous one just before this.
Okay.
See there, obviously, Hakimi turns his back and he still gets a bit of a push there. So that is seen. But see there, so watch this moment carefully as it goes through. You'll see him, see there. He's blown already there. The ball doesn't hit the back of the net. So which brings the question then, Davik. Was he premature in blowing the whistle? Should he have left play go on, let the goal go in, and then perhaps depend on VAR to change the on-field decision or make a different decision?
In this situation, there's holding. So an offense has been committed. And holding and a push as well. Because at the end, when Sek finishes him off, he pushes him down with power and force. So that's where severity comes in. So now the referee has seen 2 offenses, but he decided to punish, or not, the most serious one is the push by the attacker. Hence, he awarded a free kick.
Jean-Jacques Ngambondala made the right decision in that instance then. Are we happy with that?
Yeah.
If we had turned the tables, let's say in that push, and then Usek goes down, because he's being pushed by do you think a penalty would have been awarded?
2 situations here, coach. If both of them are pushing.
They're in a tussle.
Yes.
I wanted the same picture.
Yeah.
But then the one who goes on the ground should actually be the transgressor, Kube Usek, and not to Hakimi. What would you then have made?
Now that's when Doc comes in and say VAR will also check possible penalty.
But again,
if there's a push,
in this instance,
yeah,
I'm just looking at it differently.
Yeah,
I'm just looking at the size of the 2 players, because the Sek was bigger than Hakimi. Then obviously, he will be seen as somebody who put more force. But I'm looking at the same thing in the view of what Coach Steve is saying. That if it was in Hakimi and a Sadio Mane,
okay,
and the same
Whereas
thing
one
happens,
is smaller, yeah.
Okay.
And the same thing happens, what could the decision be?
Sadio Mane goes down.
Let's say Sadio Mane heads the ball the same way,
okay,
but he cools down.
Okay.
Yeah. All I can say, they are all big. Hakim is big, Sek is big, and then we referee what we see. What we see is what will blow. The what if will come after what if.
That's the last point for me, Dr. Vic. If you look at the incident, that's why it's a little bit, like for me, subjective. Hakimi doesn't even look at the ball. You know? The player wants to attack the ball. So in this case, the person who's impeding the other, it's Hakimi, because he's not even looking at the ball. If you look at it, I mean, he's not even interested to look what's happening. His concern, if you look at it, his concern is this player. And sometimes, the law sometimes, I know maybe for the offside, is that you have to give the offensive player or the offensive team benefit. You know, look at the picture there. You know, Hakimi could have gone in front to play the ball, you know, but he's involved in the tussle, and this player wants to attack the ball.
Yeah. He's blocking this player from...
He's blocking this player. You see there.
He's
looking at him. He's not even looking at the ball.
Does that matter, Tavik, in the decision-making of this particular incident?
When a player comes to you, if you don't look at him, he will put you down. So you have to look for protection as well.
But it's
normal movement in football.
But who's impeding?
No, both of them have committed an offense. This is what we see, which is holding an offense and pushing. So now the law guides us in terms of the referee will punish the most serious offense in this situation.
Right, let's move on from this one.
Yeah.
Then the second one, which leads to the penalty, which then leads to the drama that we then saw after that. Was that rightfully a penalty?
Let's go to Itmaa and look at the holding offense inside the penalty area. We see Diouf there holding Udias and pulling him down. So clearly here, I don't understand why Senegal wants to leave the field of play for this offense, because this is clear holding. Penalty should be awarded, and penalty was awarded. Correct decision by Jean-Jacques Ndala to award the penalty. Angazi Senegal bakhala ngani hisilo chakutsatseka.
Let's go back to it. If you can go to the moment there, if you can just take it back a little bit. Let's get to the moment when we see Diaz in front of him there, right? So look at Diaz's right hand, which is what Coach Mangoba was at length to say. Look at his right hand. So obviously he needs to go in front of him in order to head the ball. In trying to go in front of him, you saw the right hand that is stopping him. How is there any offense committed by the right hand? Go back a little bit more. Go back a little bit more. A little bit more there. A little bit more. You'll see the hand. There it is. There it is. See, you can even see the hand from behind.
Oh, from behind.
Because he's stopping him from moving forward. What then in that matter?
And maybe
holding.
Maybe to add on this.
Yeah.
Because that holding and the holding of Diouf are both wrong. They are fouling each other. And now, this one who is attacking benefits.
Right. Let's go to holding. Holding is very clear, and I'm happy that we have educators here. Holding must have an impact. Here, there's no impact. It's just holding. No impact at all. Let's go to this impact. Now, this holding, impact. He pulls him down. So he's now preventing him from playing the ball. So the English here, for us, it's clear.
No, but Davik, I do not want to agree on the impact, because that hand is trying to make sure that Diouf does not go in front of him.
Unfortunately, the law does not agree with you totally. The law says players hold each other during corner kicks. But we need to punish the one with impact that will prevent. So this does not prevent. It's holding, yes, but we must wait for prevention. When there's prevention, that's where impact comes in. That's where we punish. They will hold each other. There's no way in which they can't hold one another. But we need to wait for that impact. When impact comes in, the player was prevented, the referee will blow the whistle for impact, and then a free kick will be awarded.
Look, I think the last time we had a Ghanaian officiate in such a
78.
90. Wow.
Yeah.
1978. Did you think he did himself any good yesterday?
No.
It was so bad. It was so bad. You can't do that. Who spoke to him before the game? Ketukreko is there. When he was giving up, did he sit him down and say, look, this is a chance that don't let it pass us by? We want our referees to be exposed to such big games. Oh. Now, if this is our topmost referee, and you go and you officiate the games like that, who gets the next chance? Who gets it? Me or you? Or who else? I think this was the game that he should have just nailed it. Calm down. If it is a foul, it's a foul. Irrespective of who it is in favor or not. Officially.
There are those who say, even for the decisions that we agree with, we cannot point to one decision or any decision that he made that altered
you see,
the outcome of the game.
For those who are saying that, I'm sorry to say they don't understand football. See, when a referee starts officiating game like that, you are preventing the other team from playing their game. You may think that the decisions you are taking is not impacting the game clearly for everybody to see. But football is about rhythm. Okay? When you see the likes of Spain, but look, for them to dominate or for them to, every team at that level, you have your spell. You see, 5-10 minute spell. Then it changed, 5-10 minute spell. But yesterday, virtually, every 50-50 ball was given to the Moroccan. Why? Why? Every 50-50, maybe those were the 50-50 balls that could have gotten the Super Eagles to also go on the transition and go and punish. But the moment, kick it, pay, again, kick it, pay, kick it, pay, kick it, pay. If you do that, it's like, okay, he doesn't want us to play forward. Let's protect what we have. And look, you don't need to do the obvious. But I'm into football. I know what referee normally does to actually prevent you from playing your game. And that was exactly what happened yesterday. If I'm to grade him, it's 3 out of 10. I won't even give him 50%.